Hello and welcome to Spike's Academy. Today we'll be taking a look at blue-black mill in Modern. So the deck has changed quite a bit in the last 2 years. The deck has received Rune Crab, which is a 5 through 8 copies of Hedron Crab. Now it has 8 very strong 1-drops. That's a key improvement. In addition, the deck has got Fractured Sanity from Modern Horizons. It allows you to either mill 14 or just cycle it and mill 4 while cycling. It's a very good card in the deck. And last but not least, probably the most key addition is Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Tasha's Hideous Laughter exiles cards from the top until the total converted mana cost or total mana value equals to at least 20. Now, in Modern right now, if you look at some low to the ground decks like Hammer, like Burn, it can literally exile 20 cards. It can literally exile 30 cards. I've had games where Tasha's Hideous Laughter, let's say cast turn 3, turn 4, could just finish the game because it exiles the remaining 20, 30 or 40 cards in a given deck. Because remember, decks like Hammer play a lot of zeros as well. So we've got lands as zeros, spells which are zeros, right? And then 1s and some 2s. Because Lurrus decks function as they do, and with Lurrus's restriction, those decks, by definition, will not have any of mana of value 3 or more. Right? They will have 0s, 1s, and 2s. So against any Lurrus deck, which is a lot of decks in Modern, Tasha's Hideous Laughter will exile on average 10, 20 plus cards. Very good addition, very strong addition to sometimes even one-shot people, right? You begin with the Crab, you play some lands, right? And then you finish them off with Tasha's. Now, in addition to all of that, it's still an interactive deck. It plays 4 Fatal Pushes, 3 counter spells, and for Drown in the Log, which is a split removal counter spell. So at this point, we're playing 11 interactive spells in our deck, right? So let's take this deck for a spin and see how it plays out in practice. And let's play a game with our mill deck. We show Lurrus. And yeah, we'll keep this hand. Let's hope we play against a deck that pushes good against, because if that's the case, then we are in the clear. We will lead on the Crab, Yield Throw, and next turn we will go Crab into Swamp Push, preferably at least. We can high good luck our opponent. Breeding Pool, so this could be a lot of stuff. Oh, Delver of Secrets, okay, so push is good against them. That's something I'm happy about. So let's lead on Crab. We can target our opponent. We can save targets because we will not be milling anybody else. I'll go with Archmage's Charm, sure. Now let's push the Delver. And just to establish dominance, we attack with our Crab for 0. This is to send the message that we will kill them. We are the aggressor. And now let's see what they do. So Scalding Chance. So are they? I'm curious if they're just straight up blue-green. Okay, so they are Teamer. They are Rog. We say Rog. Red, blue, green. Double blue, paying costs. What could that be? Like Murktide Regent? I think Murktide Regent only makes sense. Yeah. Wolf, we're punished by our own spells. Okay. So let us continue the milling, but it doesn't look good for the hero chat. Doesn't look good for the hero. We can also cycle this. We have to now basically dig for Drown in the Loch, or just speed kill them. Because they've got us on a 3-turn clock. If they have a bolt, it's still 3 turns. Okay, so the worst case is they deploy another Murktide Regent, but they clearly don't. So that's fine. Now we also have a proper clock with these creatures. Oh, and it is drowning a lot. So I can now fetch. Could be a tapped land, right? And now I will begin by pushing the Delver and see if they counter it. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Opponent got baited heavily into this situation. They got baited heavily. Now they've got 11 cards in the deck and just a lonely, lonely Delver of Secrets. So now we basically don't have bad draws because we can draw spells or lands and that's all good. If we draw a fetch, then they're dead. They're literally dead to a fetch. They've got Bolt. Okay, this is basically blue-green with bolts, right? Snapcaster, Murktide, Archmage's Charm. Yeah, so we enabled the fast Murktide Regent, but we were able to sequence properly with beginning with push, then drowning, and the crabs basically carried the game. Awesome, awesome. That's how the deck works. Okay, let's play another game. We're on the play. We show them lures. We high good luck them. This is unfortunately a mulligan with one colorless source. This is for some reason the same hand with another colorless source. This is another hand with again the same colorless source on the left. But we will keep this hand now. We will bottom double Field of Ruin and we'll go to town here. And yeah, I will try to pull this off on 5. I will try to pull this off on 5. But that was a surprisingly weird set of mulligans, right? We all had 3 opening hands. All of them had this one Field of Ruin and always on the left. Just basically didn't move. Opponent also mulligan, so that makes the game, let's say, fair or even rather maybe. So our ideal curve now is trap them if they fetch, because just as a reminder, this mills 13 if they fetch. They are Tron, so they might not fetch, but this is excellent against Tron on the play, so we just need to hit a land drop. This is terrible against Tron. Absolutely terrible. So what we really want to hit is just any untapped land, because we can both kill their Tron land and they will search, and because they search, we'll be able to archive drop them. So they're missing on the land drop. That's weird. They should at least crack the sty if they're missing on the land drop, right? But to be fair, they play like 18 lands, so that's not surprising. Now they look at the top 5, so presumably a land shall be found. And what? Okay, they found Chromatic Star. They missed on the land. Okay, they didn't. They had a land all along. Okay, and they now map. So we really need an untapped land here. Well, at least that's a castable spell, isn't it? So I will take it, I guess. And let's see what happens now. We can auto yield to this because we have no control over that. Again, we're still bailed out by a land off the top, because then we will be able to Field of Ruin them. They search for Urza's Mine, so we know we have to destroy Urza's Mine. They can play like a 1/1 Ballista. Okay, let's trap them. They go down to 31 cards in the deck, so it's still a half. It's still a half. It's still a proper half. Actually, we milled. Oh, all the mines are milled. So if we're able to pull this off, they have no other Tron lands in the whole deck. Like, they cannot possibly assemble Tron then. So what we really need is an untapped land here. We milled non-land. Yeah, we milled 2 non-lands. And then we hit this. Awesome. Now we might as well shock, just to have proper mana. And we, in their draw step, we will do this, because they have milled already three forests. I have 2 forests. I don't know, maybe they like I want to increase the chance that they don't search anything. So now they have drawn, and now I kill this. And I'm doing it after they've drawn, because they may have drawn that last basic, and there is no downside to doing so. And also, if I did it on my turn, they wouldn't have milled with a mesmeric orb. So I wouldn't be surprised if if it's just GG at this point. Oh, we actually caught them. They actually didn't have anything to find, and so now Tashes is terrible against them. Like let's get that clear, right? Because they've got like literally 10 drops. But they also have plenty of ones and zeros, and because they've got so many cantrips, So I wouldn't be surprised if this actually mills like 10 cards. They found Urza's tower. That's fair. They just want to make their land drop, and they concede. Yeah, they concede because like they couldn't do anything. We milled them in such a way that we were able to Field of Ruin, a key spell from their deck. So if one of the lands that didn't have any more copies, and this is actually one of the strengths of this deck, because it also plays, for example, Surgical Extraction, and so in such spots you can Field of Ruin them and surgical their land, or just normally mill a bunch of cards and then surgically extract a key part of somebody's game plan, maybe a Primeval Titan, maybe some kind of part of a combo deck in a combo deck. Maybe against control, they've got very few win conditions, because that's what happens with control decks, right? And you just take away those win conditions. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. And this has been Filip Skornicki, Islands in Front, or Skóra, for Spikes Academy. Please remember to check out our other articles and courses. And as always, please remember to hold my hand and pass the turn together. And I will see you next time. Cheers.